Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time with me, Dr. Smith, and Heather. Heather's from Free State Nutrition if you're new to us, and I am from Accomplished Health and Wellness, and we're both here in Lawrence, Kansas. And today we are going to be talking about soda, right? Soda.
Yes.
Yes. And all of the not so many health benefits at all of soda.
Yes, and we should say sugar-sweetened beverages too.
Yeah.
Also.
Yeah, because they're kind of like intertwined.
Yes.
Linked in there.
Yes.
We do have our tea.
Yeah.
It's cold tea because it's hot here today.
I
don't know what the deal is with our weather. But
ridiculous.
it's hot and muggy.
Yes. And we have matching mugs. So
and we have matching mugs. Yeah, and it's like peach. It's that peach mangosteen, but mainly I taste peachy.
I just smell peach before I even taste it. It's good.
Yeah, you know what? It's interesting. I put this actually in the refrigerator and steeped it. Because I was like, oh, I want it to be, and I couldn't remember, which that's what we need to talk about too. I couldn't remember if we were doing Tuesday or Wednesday yesterday, so I was like, I'm just gonna put it in there and then I'll be done. So this month, are we doing all Wednesdays?
Yeah, like really through like December 13th.
Oh, okay. So through the rest of the year, everyone, it's Wednesdays. Okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. Now we all know. So now on to our soda and sugar-sweetened beverages.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you want to?
Well, let's first. I mean, I think we know what soda is. That's pretty clear.
Yeah, but you know, there's different there's
kinds.
Dark sodas and light sodas, and they affect you differently as well. So that we should distinguish as well.
Yes.
And then sugar-sweetened beverages.
Right. So that's a much broader topic, and those are things like sweetened teas or
juice,
fruit. Well, not juice itself, like not 100% juice, but all the like juice drinks.
Yeah. Like juicy juice.
No, juicy juice is 100%.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, used to know.
Yes, and then but there's lemonade, of course, and there's like fruit punch, and there's anything that says drink.
Oh, okay.
Okay, like
drink. That's what you're looking for.
Yes,
drink.
That's a good sign that it's not 100% juice, and that means that they've added sugar. There might be juice in there, but they've added sugar too. And then there's.
But we're not talking about juice.
No, we are not talking about juice. We're talking about things that have sugar added.
Okay.
And like coffee drinks. Okay, so maybe not coffee itself.
Like espresso.
Well,
does that have lots of sugar?
No, not espresso, but like those lattes.
Yeah, lattes. That's what I meant.
Right.
Yeah.
So it could just be like.
I don't know any of the terms for coffee.
It could just be coffee
and
milk,
coffee black.
If it's like a mocha or a frappuccino,
anything with the like frilly stuff on the top. Yeah.
Yes, that is.
Talking about that
dessert.
Yeah.
That is. That's. Yeah.
There you go.
And then
hot chocolate.
Energy, right? Yes.
There's
energy drinks, and there's sports drinks.
Oh yeah.
And there's there's other things too. There's like there's flavored water.
Yes. Yeah.
Like you can't even trust it when it says water, like vitamin water. Oh my gosh.
It should be water drink.
Is that still right?
They are vitamin water.
Vitamin water is still
it's like a brand even. Yeah.
I'm so angry about vitamin water because when it first came out, everyone thought like,
ooh, it's
getting
my
water and extra vitamins.
Yeah, I know.
And sugar, P.S.
That's how they trick us.
That is. Yeah. Man, they were like lost.
They're so
good.
They're so good.
Yes. And that is a really important point here, is that the people who developed all of these products are really smart.
And they're good at selling it to you.
Very good. They have used all these combinations of things. Maybe it's caffeine, it's sugar, it's carbonation, it's their proprietary blend of whatever flavors. And
nutrients.
And maybe a couple vitamins thrown in there. And it tastes really good.
Yeah.
For people
and they
who like
want
it.
you to drink it.
Yes. More. And so, it's not your fault if you like soda. It's not.
They make it to where you're going to drink more.
Yeah. Right. It's like potato chips. I mean, it's not your fault if you like potato chips and you can't eat just one. I mean, they're not designed.
No, it's just like the Oreo. Do you remember that with the Oreo? How they had that study that came out, and they were looking at brain activity after eating Oreo cookies, and like the Oreo cookie was lighting up the exact same places as like cocaine.
Uh-huh.
That's how they get you. people.
Yeah.
They know where it's going in your brain.
They're very smart.
Yeah.
Mad scientists making our beverages.
And I know we're not talking about like artificial sweeteners and stuff today. We're going to add that to our list. But those even fake out your metabolism. Yeah, so it's crazy.
Yeah, so yes, that's a whole other topic that I think we'll have to get into.
Yeah,
so that's what I wanted to say. Like, before we even start, like, it is not your fault. We're not here to like bash people who drink soda. Probably just gonna bash soda.
Yeah, just the soda. We're hoping that maybe you will think twice. But it's hard to get off of that stuff.
It is very hard. So we'll talk about that too. Like, what you can do.
You can withdraw from sugar, for sure. Once I went off of sugar because I was like, oh my God, the brownie bite is getting bigger and bigger every day. And I was like, I have to get off of this. And so I stopped eating it all, like anything with added sugar, obviously like apples and stuff, but anything other than that. And I'm not kidding you. For the first 2 weeks or so, I was dreaming about sugar sandwiches, like like bread, 2 pieces of bread with sugar in it. I actually had that dream. That's terrible. Yeah. So now we're going to help you guys to hopefully not have to deal with that.
Right. So we were going to talk about, like, you know, what are the pros and cons of drinking soda?
Yeah.
But like, there are no pros.
There's no pros.
They just
I couldn't find any of it.
They taste good.
Yeah.
That's
but it doesn't do anything good for you.
No,
nothing.
So we'll just move on.
Yeah, but we can talk about some things later about the dangers. Dangers of it.
Yeah. So one of the things I thought was interesting was like the list of things on the ingredient label that mean sugar.
Oh yeah.
Right. Like, you know, you think, oh, I know sugar, I know high fructose corn syrup, but do you know, like, there could be brown sugar in there? Cane sugar. Could be corn syrup, could be dextrose, could be fructose, could be glucose, could be honey, could be lactose, could be malt syrup, maltose, could be sucrose, raw sugar, molasses.
That's a lot.
All those things mean sugar.
Sugar.
Yes.
Sugar, and since it's on the ingredients list, that means they added it.
Yes.
And did you know that in your ingredients list, right? When you're reading your ingredients list, it starts from the largest volume in there to the smallest. I think it's by
weight, not volume. But
whatever. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Composition. The largest composition starts at the beginning, and then it moves out to the lowest.
Yes.
Yeah. So, so if sugar is in the beginning of the list,
yeah.
So yeah. Now we know what we're looking for. What are some fake sugars?
I mean, like
alternatives.
Your standard like diet soda is going to have Ace K in it, which I don't think we use it in any other way.
Okay.
But
I don't know that I've heard of Ace K. What's that?
What the real thing is.
Like
the whole.
Okay, but
I don't remember.
Okay, that's what
Ace K. Yeah,
Did you actually say Ace K?
I think so.
I don't ever drink diet sodas.
Yeah.
They give me migraines.
Probably because of that.
It's the artificial sweeteners. Within a couple hours, I'll get a migraine.
Yes, but you may have noticed that, like, in the last several years, there've been like all these like new formulations of products. Like, this one's gonna have stevia in it. This one's gonna, cane sugar or whatever. You know, most of those things I don't really keep up on, so I don't know for sure. I bet none of them are still around, like years later.
Stevia is.
But are there sodas with stevia? Or stevia, or however you say that?
I don't know, but maybe the Splenda?
Maybe.
I don't know, but
I think
the stevia has so many different forms. You don't really know what you're getting. If it's like real, true stevia plant extract, or if it's the alternative forms.
Yes.
Yeah, so you don't know.
Right. But the thing about all these sodas is that, you know, sort of the tried and true versions, like your basic Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi, and your classic Coke and Pepsi, those are the ones that people have the most loyalty to. Because they've been tested all these years and fine-tuned and honed, and whatever magicalness goes on in there that people just
they like it.
Can't get enough of it.
And they usually drink more than one can a day.
Yes.
So, We should talk about what it does to you.
Yes, let's talk about their research. I mean, it's almost hard to find research. You definitely are not going to find a lot of like research saying what's good about it, but it's hard to find even like the dangers because it's like assumed.
Right. Well, you know, I was actually reading about that.
Okay.
That it's really hard to find like hardcore data that says this does this, you know? And if you look at it, it's there's a lot of it has to do with the soda companies.
Yes.
Because any article that comes out that talks about what happens or what might happen, those they actually will attack those research articles and say, well, this is what's wrong with that one, and this is what's wrong with that one, and this is what's wrong. And so then it ends up getting just dismissed. But really, there is some good data out there on certain things. And there are some really big studies out there. I mean, we're talking, there was one study I was reading, it had like 70,000 people in it.
Wow.
That they followed for a while.
Right. But that's going to show you like association, right? Like obviously that's not that's not like a clinical trial. That's just you know. They
weren't like, here, you drink 1 can of soda and you're going to drink 2 and you're going to drink 3 and then we're going to see how quickly each of you die.
Ready, go.
Yeah, they weren't like that. They were more, it was like a retrospective,
behaviors. And it's hard to separate it out in a lot of times because of all the other behaviors. That, you know, it's not like you have these people and they're similar, healthy, doing all the good stuff, and this person.
And then they eat the soda, or they only drink the soda.
Right. Yeah, it's not like that.
Yeah, but they do try to like take and look at diet and exercise, and I think they try to control for that as much as they can.
Yes,
so like
they do.
Okay, all these people had crappy diets, so we can control for that.
Right.
They all, but and then we can look at them and how much soda did they have. But even that, it really relies on, you know, what you remember. But we do see a link with type 2 diabetes, which that just makes sense. Hello? Yeah. So, but what they found was 1 to 2 cans or more, and you have a 26% greater risk of developing type 2 diabetes. 1 to 2 cans or more.
That's not that many.
Really? No, like 1 can. 26% greater risk. You're also at an increased risk of metabolic syndrome, which that goes along, you know, duh. And then also, this is the best one, you're also at an increased risk of having trouble controlling your sugars.
Ooh, shocking.
Right? So that one's a given. But, and they found that people that drank more soda tended to be more overweight.
Yes. Yeah. Right. I mean, the thing about it is, and I've kind of gotten away from this, but what I used to call it is bonus calories.
Sure.
Because they don't register like food. No, not only are they empty, that's true, but they don't register. They don't, you know, you drink them, it's the same feeling that you get as drinking water or something with no calories. Like it doesn't fill you up.
Right. And then it tells your brain to drink some more.
Right. And sometimes it kind of backfires if you drink the diet and you get that sweet, you know, but you don't get the actual sugar, and then your body's like, well, where's the sugar? Yeah, I would still like some sugar, please.
Hello.
So, you know, it just it ends up going, those calories are on top of your food. They don't displace food, is the point.
I got it. The other one was heart disease. That's not a shocker either.
Right.
So there's a 20% increased risk of having a heart attack or dying from a heart attack.
Whoa.
And then in women, it's actually 40%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So like now when you look at your soda, you can just call it a heart attack in a can.
That's rough.
Right? It's like, drink only half because the other half is going to give you a heart attack. No, just kidding.
Yes.
But really, you shouldn't drink any of it.
I mean, it's not meant to be daily.
But
daily
see,
drink.
that's the thing is there's like all these different exercise and nutrition and get fit little you know, what am I trying
messages? Yeah.
Messages, no. Trends encouragements, whatever. And they're backed by all the Coke companies.
Yes.
And they say stuff like, it's okay in moderation.
Yeah.
You know, that makes you feel okay.
Right.
But then that a week turns into 2
Right.
weeks.
And the thing is, it's true. Like, it is okay in moderation. It's just really, really hard to do. Yeah. I have a friend. I know one person. Who drinks soda in moderation.
Actually, you know what? I have to admit, you know 2 people. Oh. Yes. Because in the summer, I will, like, once or twice in the summer, I will have a root beer float. And okay, and this is the other thing. If I cannot find any caffeine when I have a migraine, I will take 2 swigs of a Coca-Cola because of the caffeine. But other than that, I don't drink it.
Right.
If I do drink soda, sometimes I do, but I always go for the light colored sodas like Sprite or Zero Mist or something like that. But ginger ale, that's mine. I try to find ones that actually have ginger in them, but I usually use that just for an upset stomach. Right. So you do know more than one.
It is possible.
It is possible. Yes. And I had to, you know, when I was growing up, it was always there, you know, at the end of your softball game, somebody had the orange soda.
Oh
my gosh, my mom just always had soda in the house, always. So we just always I had to break that relationship because that was something that, you know, was difficult. And I remember actually when I was 16, was I 16? No, I was younger than that. I was like 14, I think. And my cross country coach said, if you want to be a good runner, you cannot drink soda. And that was the day I stopped drinking soda.
Wow.
Yeah. So then when I got into college, I was like, you know, it's probably okay here and there. I just can't drink it every single day. And that root beer float sounds good. And so now I occasionally will have one. And I like cream soda. But again, it's not
all the time.
No. Do you?
I just don't
Never?
care for it. When I was pregnant, I drank ginger ale for
ginger.
It was right. I mean, it was probably just placebo effect, but whatever. I was doing it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just know.
Yeah.
Don't really
Mine
care.
is like 5 times a year.
But I think it's really important to recognize, you know, not only like the people that make it are really smart and like know what they're doing to make this stuff so delicious that you want it every day and you crave it.
And you think about it.
But also there's the association you have, like, you know, maybe you were growing up. Actually, like when
it's like a happy thing.
Yeah, when I was growing up and we went down the shore, which is like the Jersey Shore, right?
Yeah, right.
We went down the shore. And
Wildwood? Did you go to Wildwood?
We were in Manahawkin, which is near Long Beach Island.
Yeah.
But we would get subs at the Wawa.
Yes, at the Wawa. All you people out east, you know what we're talking about.
The Wawa. They had good subs. And then we would drink soda. And we'd go on the boat and we'd drink soda and eat our subs and chips and all that. And you just have that. So for me, it was like, that's what I associate. Like probably if I went on a boat, I'd be like, where's my
soda? And my Wawa sandwich.
Yes.
Yeah. I love the Wawa. My grandpa used to go, we're gonna go to the Wawa. And I'd be like, all right. And then he'd get those little orange squishy peanuts. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do know.
Yeah, he loved those. He was obsessed with them. To the day he died, he was eating those nasty orange.
I don't know what those are actually, but I mean, I've seen them.
So other things, women specifically, women who drink soda regularly have a 75% increase risk of gout.
Whoa.
75. Okay, so if you don't want to think about your Coke as your heart attack, you can just think about it as your toe pain because that's your gout.
That's a crazy
75%. Wow. If you drink regularly and you have a joint that hurts every so often, usually it's your big toe, but it can be your knees, your elbows, your shoulders, and your fingers. Classic, it's your big toe, but lots of people have it other places. That's gout. All right, so there you go.
How about our teeth?
Yeah, gosh, cavities.
Yes.
Right, and decay and all that stuff.
Yeah. Yes. So for like kids, this is really sad, like 1 to 5 years old, consumption of sugar-sweetened soft drinks associated with an 80 to 100% increased risk of dental caries. Like basically kids that age would not get dental caries.
No.
Otherwise. But soda,
yeah.
cavities.
Yeah, that's so not good. You know, my mom always has Yoo-hoo. That would be a sweetened beverage.
Yes. Yeah,
and my son always is like, wants that. And I say, Mom, why that crap? Please. Oh. It's like at the grocery store too. They're all on the floor.
Oh,
don't put them there.
That's of course why they're putting them there. They're not dumb.
That's at my mom's house. Mom, I don't want him to see that when he comes over. So I have to take it, and then I have to blame my niece. Of that's Maddie's. Right. It's not yours.
Not for you.
What else?
Asthma in non-obese. I think this is kids. Higher rates of asthma in non-obese people who drink soda. Interesting. Yeah. And then
I'm gonna have to think on that one.
I know. What is going on there? It's fascinating. And then for obesity for kids, each 12-ounce soft drink per day consumed increases the odds of becoming obese by 60%.
60%.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. But that's actually an easy way to cut it out then. So just stop buying it.
Right. I used to kind of love when people were drinking soda because I was like, oh, goody. Like this is like something really concrete. Yeah. Not easy, but simple at least.
Yeah.
Like
it's not easy.
It is not easy. Recognize that. But simple, if you can cut it out, oh my gosh, all the calories being saved.
Yeah. And you know, the other thing is osteoporosis. You know, anyone that there is definitely a bone challenge with sodas, especially dark sodas.
Yeah.
And they have actually looked at this in dark sodas versus light sodas, and they don't find that trend in light sodas like they do in dark sodas. And there's a few different theories behind it, but one of the theories is that the phosphoric acid actually the body tries to neutralize that. And what it does is it forces the body to draw a substantial amount of alkalinizing calcium from the bones. And so basically your phosphoric acid in your soda is leaching the calcium out of your bones. Yeah. That's not no. And then the other thing is that it contains caffeine. And so caffeine increases the amount of calcium that your body is excreting too.
Okay.
So that's another theory. And then there's also the replacement theory.
Yes.
Which I bet you like. Because you're basically, if you're drinking that, you're not drinking other calcium-rich drinks like milk or, you know, orange juice has calcium in it, and other, you know, the real juice stuff. And so you're not drinking that other stuff.
Right. So could be a triple whammy.
Yeah. And so what they say is 3 or more dark sodas, and you are linked with a 4% decrease in bone density. Yeah.
Which may not sound like a lot, but
and that's actually compared with people that drink the same amount of clear soda.
Whoa.
So it's definitely linked to the dark sodas. The other one is, and this one has, this one's out there and there's a link, but they don't have like an, oh yeah, this is 100% type of thing, but they're looking at it and it's definitely a link there.
Okay.
It's to pancreatic cancer. When you drink 2 or more drinks per week, there's a link to pancreatic cancer. And the thought is that because of the sugar, your pancreas is releasing a whole lot more insulin and to deal with the sugar. And so it's actually the insulin release that's doing it, that's causing the tumor production in the pancreatic cells to overgrow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. That's nuts.
Yeah. So that's the right now the theory behind it. But you know, that's not, that is all in preliminary studies that have just started to come out. There's also a link with like pancreatitis as well, but that makes sense, you know. one of the things we always tell people when they have pancreatitis is to cut out the sodas and the sugary beverages and things like that. So
definitely.
Yeah. So, nothing good here to say today. Sorry.
Right. Except to say, like, if you can master moderation, you're fine. Yeah. Like, you don't need to worry about all these things if you have an occasional soda. It's totally okay. But we are worried about people who drink it every day or drink multiple every day. Like, it is not a daily food type of thing. Like, that is not.
It's not water.
It's not. I mean, okay, you'll get some hydration, but it will. It comes at a steep cost.
Huge cost.
Yes.
To your body, not like just one part of your body, but your whole body.
Yes. So, you just do what you can to make a change. If it's getting from 20-ounce bottles to cans, like go that route.
Yeah. Whenever I buy soda at the house, I only buy those little
8 ounces.
Yeah. And then I actually usually, like I said, that little Coke, I take 2 swigs and I throw the rest out just because I just need that caffeine. Sure. But and that's better than throwing out. But yeah. So, anyways, you can. But that's and they make those, and pretty much all of the sodas make that.
Yeah.
Or like, if you need the soda, switch over to the clear sodas. That's not going to fix
not everything, but it's a start.
Yeah. Right. And then maybe you'll have an easier time coming down from those.
Right. Maybe you could switch over to like a seltzer type of thing, like we talked about,
like seltzer waters or carbonated waters. Yeah.
Or maybe
no sugar added.
You go to diet. I mean, if you have diabetes, like this is pretty serious, and you should. I don't think diet soda is health food per se, but I do think if you have diabetes, it is way better than regular. Yeah. No doubt. And then maybe stepwise from there, you take whatever steps you can, reduce or swap it out or whatever. Yeah. So you just do what you can. Like, there's no one way to do this to get off of soda. Yeah. But we do know it's what's that?
Emergency.
Notice everybody's getting.
Yeah. The testing alert emergency or whatever.
Great. Okay.
We all got it. So now we're all test alerted.
We're all informed.
Yep. So so come down slowly, all in moderation.
Yep. And be aware of the caffeine. If you're drinking the stuff with caffeine, like, go slow. That's going to be terrible to cut out.
Yeah. And also just remember that they are good at selling you this product. So be smarter than them.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah. All right. We have a couple minutes, so let's pick the next topic. So we're trying to stay under 30 minutes.
We're doing good so far. Yeah. So next time, what do we want to do?
I mean, it would kind of make sense to do the artificial sweeteners. Yeah.
I think we should do them. So next week we're going to do artificial sweeteners, everyone. So hopefully you will tune in to us again next week. And presidential alert. That's what it was. Yes. We've been alerted. And so artificial sweeteners, right, next week.
Yes.
And if you have any questions, like always, please don't hesitate to ask, and we will get back to you.
Yeah.
Or
let us know how you got off soda.
Yeah. Definitely. That. I mean, you hear all of the stuff we talk about. So definitely, if you had a good way to encourage other people to stop, that would be awesome. And then have a good rest of your week, everybody. So hopefully we all will
have some cooler weather is what I'm
Oh my gosh, yes. It's supposed to be much nicer towards the end, but it's supposed to rain. So but we need the rain.
It's fine, I'll take rain.
Me too. So anyways, we will see you all next
Thank you, Sarah.
Yes, thank you, Sarah, for that. We will see you all next week and be talking about that artificial sweetener. So make sure to tune in. Have a good day, guys. Bye.